Welcome to Megabots, the show that's brought back some of our very early and old robots. This is the story so far. We have 4 groups. We're now on to Heat 3, featuring Group 5 and 6. The story so far, though. This is how the semi-finals are looking. The first leaderboard is Crimbot and Daisy Cutter, both winners. Look at Group 5 winner, there. Group 6 winner will go underneath Chaos 2 and Ramsey. That looks like a great semi-final so far. And this is the runner-up, of course. Razor's looking on edge. If there's a robot that beats 4 points tonight, Razor will be out. And this is what Heat 3 looks like. Panic Attack the Veteran, Bronchi, 8645T, and Jaws. 2 times a champion back in the early days where we did tournaments behind closed doors. One to look out for, if not the dark horse for tonight. And in Group 6, Thor the Veteran, Spikasaurus Twister, and real Thor. That's right, forget what Thor looked like in this game, we have a better solution. First in the arena, it's Panic Attack and Bronchi. Here is Panic Attack in a bit more detail with the lifter. It can also self-right. And Bronchi with the crusher and rear spike, weighing in at 100 kilos.
3, 2, 1, activate.
You would expect now that any robot that gets more than 4 points should qualify for at least second place and will probably go through. Razor's looking on edge at 4 points. Panic Attack's just been flipped by the flip. That's not good control. Remember, the experience here is, of course, in Panic Attack. Bronchi with the front little crusher. I say little. It's a devastating weapon. Not so strong armour as Panic Attack now comes in on the forks. Remember, you need points. You need a clear 3 points, really. Avoid it going to a judges. Points will be taken off regardless. Panic Attack now, using the spikes really to get in underneath Bronchi if it can. I'm not too sure. The mechanics of the game are that realistic, really. But like I said, it is always interesting, great to have these robots resurrected. And like I said before, we've not seen any of these robots play for years. So what a great opportunity it is to get the robots back out of the toy box, the virtual toy box, so to speak. Bronchi never really did that great back in the day. His armour's shredded. Not quite sure how a lifting spike robot can do that much damage to a robot, really. I have to say, though, Killalot is coming out to play. Avoid the house robots. They are devastating. Well, Bronchi decides not to take that advice. Oh! Brilliant control here from Bronchi. This is great, you know. On Panic Attack. Into our last 10 seconds now as the pit has descended. We are going to go to a judge's decision. Who's won this?
Cease.
Well, I think based on the control and damage, has to go to Panic Attack for me. All will be confirmed right now. It is. It's 2 points for Panic Attack. Well, not the best of starts. Beast, 8645T, and Jaws are next. Here is Beast. It'll turn around and reveal a beast. It's quite a good concept. Slow. Jaws, very experienced here with the flipper and claw.
3, 2, 1, activate.
It has helped now, as you can see. The beast is revealed. It can. Oh! It has helped. I was going to say, it's quite quick this fight, isn't it? I was going to say it has helped the fact that Panic Attack has ended on 2 points, which means the winner here will go straight to the top. And at the moment, what an attack here from Jaws. It looks like that's going to be Jaws. Toying now, like a shark does. It toys with its bait and spits it out. Oh, over goes Bash. Great timing from the flipper there. Out goes Beast. Well, it's an early victory win here from Jaws. Very skilled machine with the spikes, the flipper, the claws.
Cease.
And like I said, hugely experienced. Not ending too graciously there, but 3 points awarded there to Jaws. As we end our first round for Group 5. Now it's time to move over to Group 6. It's going to be Thor versus Spikasaurus first in the arena. Thor looking the strongest here, I think. What a fight it'll be though, Thor and real Thor. That's coming up later. Here is original Thor. The lightest in the heat. And Spikasaurus with the claws and spikes. Acting like a real dinosaur there.
3, 2, 1, activate.
All the experience here with Thor is the veteran with that lethal axe as it comes in. 1, 2, 3. Looks a little bit in the similar design to Terahertz. Oh, what an attack that was from Thor. That's the weapon come off. More luck than judgment. Bit of a glitch. Maybe a bit of both. Look at that though, the spikes on Spikasaurus ripping through Thor here. Spikasaurus still a threat. Really does look like a Spikasaurus. A Spikasaur. What was the dinosaur called? Spikasaurus? A Spikasaurus. Veiny spikes. Used to, of course, roam the Earth 65 million years ago. We've found one of them in a sort of a virtual robot form. Thor now pushing back into Spikasaurus. Look at this, the power here is obviously with Spikasaurus. A nude dinosaur there. Got no clothes on, but Thor isn't bearing up too greatly here. Getting tangled in with Sir Kill-a-Lot there, and then Sergeant Bash. And the axe has come off. I've no idea how that happened. The horns spin round, more spikes coming off. What is it with this match? Who on earth is going to win this? Well, I can tell you this. I actually think Spikasaurus has been the more aggressive in the latter half of the match, as we do go to another judge's decision here. This is not what I was expecting here. Spikasaurus, well, I think has ended stronger, and I think we're in for a shock here. I could be wrong, I'm always wrong. What's the result here? Oh, they have given it to Spikasaurus. Thor now on 1 point. Twister is next in the arena against real Thor with the front pushing ram. No weapons though, and real Thor. Look at this, it's red, it's mean and moody with an axe. Looks great, to be honest.
1, activate.
I think this is the closest you will get to a virtual Thor here. A real life Thor, should I say, with the axe. Out of control, it's red, it's got the wedge and the spikes. Oh yes. Virtually, visually, a stunning masterpiece and a replica, I think. It's living up to its reputation. Twister now. The idea with Twister, it's a ramming front, very similar to, well, very similar to robots that we have seen in the past that simply just ram. They don't necessarily have a weapon. They just rely on brute force. Up and over goes Thor, but they can self-right. The secondary weapon there is the flipper, the little lifter there you can see. It doesn't come into play. They only use the axe really, and they use the flipper to self-right. They get tangled in with shunt though, that's not going to count in your favour. Look at that waddling. What is Twister doing in all this? Spinning around, not really doing much. It's not that manoeuvrable, and to be honest, I thought it could have pushed a lot better than this. Shunt now, you need to be careful because the scoop could flip Twister over. If Twister is flipped, it cannot self-right. As it comes in now, Shunt now getting involved quite a lot here. And again, this is not going well here for Twister. Thor, real Thor should I say, trying to intervene with the axe now coming down. Oh, that's devastating. Goodness me. Twister now. Well, again, itself in a bit of a twist. The axe, lethal as ever, coming down. Not quite sure what Twister's trying to do here. It does need to be careful though. Well, look at this, the pit is opening up. I don't think it's going to come into play. I think we're going into another judge's decision here. Oh, no, we're not! They've both got in! But Twister went in first! Confirmed. Oh, goodness me, it ended all suddenly there. Goodness me. Well, let's take a breather now from the main competition. Robots beware now. It's the ultimate challenge against Dead Metal. Thor still leads. At least it's done well here. I'm not too sure about the main competition at the moment. Firestorm is next in the arena.
Activate.
And here we go, the wedge. The bright colours here of Firestorm against Dead Metal. Might put up a good fight here. I think that's a strong feeling here. Well, already the claws of Dead Metal have come off. So that's a good start. I mean, as if that would happen anyway. What is it with these weapons just flying off? Oh, Firestorm now in a bit of bother. You see, Dead Metal has a weapon. Firestorm doesn't now. Not quite sure what Firestorm can do. Oh, it's been flipped over. Oh, dear me. Dead Metal. Soaring. Keep soaring. Let's say cease now. The timer. Let's say cease. Say cease. We need to say cease, I think.
Cease.
Cease is called. Oh, thank goodness for that. It's over. It's over. It's over now for poor Firestorm. I didn't think... Well, when did the timer stop? Not long into it. Soon as Firestorm was flipped. 41 and 9 seconds. Thor still leads. Back to the main competition now. Well, it's all to play for. It's Panic Attack now against A645T Beast. Both need points.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Watch Beast turn to reveal the Beast. I love that effect. Great design in the robots. Very low to the ground with the forks, the little spikes at the front and back. And get pinch and get in and grasp, really. Grapple hold of a robot. And he's doing here. Panic Attack now with the lifting fork should make light work, I think. Because Beast, yes, although is quite low to the ground, they don't have a Shrimek. Panic Attack has all the power in the world and can attack and can flip. Surely Beast up and over at some point if we get to see that. At the moment, Beast here doing all the work, shredding. Again, I don't know how really, but shredding Panic Attack's armour. It's just irritant, really, that back end, or should I say the front end of Beast. What's the back revealing the Beast? Panic Attack trying to lift. You see, they didn't follow up on the attack. They lifted Beast in the air, but they didn't follow up and flip. Oh! well, Beast is blind. What do you do now, Beast? There's no threat now. I tell you what, though, they're doing really well here against Panic Attack. Panic Attack completely shredded by the Beast. Really is putting up a great fight. You know, I think this could be the group of surprises, really. Just never know what other heats come to that. You just never know what's around the corner. It is virtual, remember. Very unrealistic, some of the outcomes. But, you know what? It's a hell of a lot of fun. This is why we're doing this series. Just for the fun of it. We can give our predictions and what have you. But in the end, it's all a good laugh. The pit descends now, look. Ooh! They're going to have to be really careful here. Ooh, and another...
Cease.
Well... Oh, we go to a judge's decision. Oh, goodness me, who won that? Well, Beast won it. I don't blame that decision. That is a great decision. Beast performed beautifully.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Now Bronchi, desperate for points here. Jaws, using the jaws on the back. Flipper coming into play, like a little nab, little poke out the back of Bronchi. Matilda comes out to play, stay out of the way, and it's a flip from Jaws. These fights Jaws are being a part of, so very quick. Sustaining damage in the corner patrol zone. Poor Bronchi has lost the claw. Help from Matilda there, onto the floor flipper. See, this is Jaws' party trick. It likes to toy. It likes to bully, it likes to play around, use the hazards once a robot has been flipped. It has flipped so many times before. And it's a spin to win, I think, as the flames rise and Bronchi now looking like it's about to lose again. It has got 1 point, it won't be getting any, which means it doesn't look like it's going to qualify for the semi-finals. Jaws well on the way now. Look at this. Cheeky as ever, taking on Sir Kilowatt.
Cease.
Well, Jaws did the work. Just confirmation. 6 points now for Jaws. Going to be some doing to beat that. Now we go over to Group 6. The two bottom robots now facing each other. It's Thor and Twister. Thor here, dangerously low on points. Needs a clear win here.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Question is though, will it get it? It probably will. We've got Twister here who, like I said, hasn't got a weapon, relies purely on pushing power. And just as I say that, cue the pushing power. Thor now, oh dear me, in the right pickle. Well, has managed to knock off a weapon again. Now Twister quite uneven, unbalanced here, without that weapon at the front. The spikes. Oh god. What is Thor doing? It's got no armour. It's got no weapons. That all happened in the space of 10, 15 seconds. Thor. Well, I wasn't expecting this in this group. I think Thor would have been the clear winner for this group. It's not looking that way. Thor really now just needs to take it to a judge's decision and get the 2 points. Can't really see it. Oh, Twister, you need to get off that floor flipper. Now, Sergeant Bash, what's Bash doing here? That's not acceptable, Bash. Bash needs to go back into his corner patrol zone. Thor is not immobilised here. Need a ref bot here to ref bot. Where's your card here? Thor is not out. The pit's descended. This is not allowed. Thor has been dragged to the pit here by Sergeant Bash.
Cease.
No. It's great to see. I don't think we'll allow that. We're going to go to a judge's decision. And the winner is... well, it's Twister. Thor could have ended with 0 points there, but we went to a judge's. Fair decision.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Very even on scoring so far in this group. Spikasaurus has 2. Real Thor, of course, on the back of winning its first fight with 3 points. Now it's all to play for. It really is. Thor with the axe. Spikasaurus needs to avoid. Bash is on a bit of a warpath tonight. Get back to your corner, Bash. Not enough of you. Very mad house robot. Off the floor flipper. The flipper needs to be avoided here. Yes, Spikasaurus can self-right, but it's not reliable. Thor. Oh, Bash comes out again. Wasn't even near the corner patrol zone. Sergeant Bash. Can we get rid of Bash, do you think? Someone needs to teach him a lesson. Get back into your ranks. Oh, it's the flip. Well, Thor's secondary weapon. Thor's having some fun with Bash. Bash. Oh, well as help. Spikasaurus out. A sergeant against a dinosaur. Oh, a sentence I thought I'd say. Onto the flip. Well, this is all hickledy-pickledy. One of those fights, isn't it? It's been one of those groups. Look at this. Spikasaurus here, you know. Putting up such a good fight. Off goes the... oh! And just as I said it, off goes Thor's secondary weapon here. Does this mean Spikasaurus is going to win this? Into the corner it goes. Well, no, it's been flipped back over by Spikasaurus. Flipped over again, look. Oh, I don't know, you know, if I hadn't been flipped back over in the corner there with Shunt, it would have been a clear 3 points. Oh, for Spikasaurus, unless we're going to go to a judge's decision. No!
Cease.
2 seconds. That is a famous victory for Spikasaurus. They now go to 5 points. They lead the group. What I have to say, an unpredictable outcome so far. Let's whiz back across to Group 5 here, where we are now playing our last 2 fights. It's Beast now against Bronchi.
3, 2, 1. activate.
It's just a question now of who joins Jaws in the semi-finals. Unfortunately, Bronchi cannot qualify. It's only got 1 point. Even if it wins and gets a clear 3 points, it's not looking great. Yes, they'll be on 4, but then it'll be Panic Attack and Jaws. It's a shame, really. Bronchi just didn't quite start off great. Beast has been an irritant. Has been a little beast, a little terror. It once again reveals its eyes, fixed from the last round. Now that's good skill there from Bronchi, going in and behind Kilolot, and subsequently has ended with Beast in the jaws of Sir Kilolot. Oh, well, that's not looking good. I was just going to say, I mean, really, Beast. Looking on, there's Bronchi really going into Kilolot. Now there's front flipper, the lift has come off Beast. It's me. Don't stay there for too long. Bronchi completely naked again. Not the strongest of armour, to be honest. Coming round again. That pit is, well, I was going to say, is due to open. They're both on the edge. Look at this. Bronchi, if you've got any chance, really, of getting through, you need this win. No.
Cease.
That's a shame. Well, Bronchi, oh. Beast gets the clear 3 points. 5. Bronchi definitely can't qualify. Oh, Panic Attack and Jaws. This is going to be interesting.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
If Panic Attack win this, 3 points, they'll be level with Jaws. They'll go on the head-to-head. Panic Attack will actually come out on top. Goes to a judges here, and Jaws win. They'll be on 8. Panic Attack will be on 5. Joint with Beast. Go on their head-to-head. This is all to play for, really. Whoever wins this now needs the 3 points for any sort of lead and win on the group. At the moment, it's looking like it's Jaws here, but Bash now coming out to play again and is stripped. I think he needs his stripes stripped, but in doing so, is stripped the armour of Panic Attack. And look at this, the Jaws on Bash here. Bash coming into all this play, flips Jaws up and over. They can self-right from there, but look at this. There's so much drama now in that corner. Panic Attack giving Jaws a bit of a panic. Back into open play and out of the way. They're both completely stripped of their armour now. It's resilience now against the chassis, the body. Who has the most resilience as the claws now come in onto Jaws? Oh, what a flip that was. Now, Panic Attack should be able to self-right from there. They have got the self-righting arm and do so splendidly. Jaws, what a robot this is. And another flip. Well, we'll go to a judge's decision. For me, this is Jaws. Panic Attack, far too much problems. And Bash coming out once again. What a group.
Cease.
Oh, goodness me. And Kilolot now coming out. What's going on? What are the house robots on steroids? Who's won? Well, Jaws. And because Panic Attack lost that, they only get 1 point, which means Beast comes second. Group 5 winner confirmed, Jaws. There we can see they'll be up against the runner-up of the redemption pool. Number 3, the 3rd place. And there we can see it, confirmation. Razor is now out. Confirmation. Back to Group 6. What will happen here? It's Spikasaurus now against Twister. Anything can happen.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Twister desperate for points here. Spikasaurus looks pretty safe to me. Even if they lose this, I think it'd be difficult for them to at least not come second. Spikasaurus, the surprise package tonight for Heat 3. Oh! Twists and turns galore. Now Spikasaurus can self-right from there. I have never seen it self-right from there. Out of all the years they have been playing, they've never flipped back over from that position. I think the Streamek's in the wrong position, really, to self-right. Twisting and... Oh! I was wrong. How wrong? How wrong can I get? Oh, my prediction's gone completely out the window for this here. I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea what's going to happen here. Twister. Really? I mean, the power is there in Twister. It's just been unfortunate. It's been up against equally good robots. Spikasaurus, though, you've got to admire its tenacity. Again, such good robots. Flipped again. I was going to say, it can't self-ride, but I don't know. We've seen it happen. Twister looking on. Didn't stay there too long, Twister. The pit will descend at some point. Look at this. Twister on the verge of 3 points here. Only a few more seconds left. Well done, Twister. This looks like a great success. And for 3 points here. Surely Spikasaurus out. There we can see. Oh no! I've done it again! Twister's been so unfortunate. Oh, what a shame. Well, look, we're going to a judge's decision. I don't think Twister deserved this. I think they will come on top here. I think they'll get the 2 points. Because for me, Spikasaurus has been on its back for far too long. I've never seen a dinosaur on its back. Have you ever seen a dinosaur on its back? Well, look at that. Ended dramatically. All will be revealed. There we go. 2 points to Twister.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, sadly, Twister cannot qualify. It'll depend on this fight. If Thor needs to win, if they lose this, they cannot qualify, and Spikasaurus will go through. The robot, who looked like it was literally turned turtle in the last fight, has managed to pull it out the bag. And look at this. This is all real Thor. Real Thor need the win to end top of the group. Or should I say joint second, joint first even rather, with Spikasaurus. And based on the head-to-head, if that happens, Spikasaurus will top the group, which means Real Thor, if they win this, they'll go into the losers pool for second place. Can you believe that? Thor, well, like I said, if it wins and gets the 3 points, they'll come second. So, really, winner takes all here. Whoever wins will go through. Bash coming out to play. Bash, big player in tonight's heat. Both axes collide here. I mean, what on earth has Bash got against Thor? Thor here performing underwhelmingly so. I wasn't expecting this, but this was the fight, the build-up, the main event really. Thor versus Real Thor. Who's your favourite? Who's your money on? Which design do you prefer? Gotta love Real Thor. Oh, I think Thor has been knocked out into submission. It's immobilised. How on earth? It must have been the axe-blowing ferocity of Real Thor as Thor now in real danger. And out.
Cease.
Well, did you expect that? Confirmation. Real Thor gets the 6 points now. Thor and Twister out because Spikasaurus and Real Thor fought against head-to-head. Spikasaurus was victorious, which means Group 6 winner is Spikasaurus. Boy, they've got some tough competition. They'll be up against the 4th place of the pool. Wow. Let's just confirm this. There we can see Real Thor 6 now then. Those on 5 points aren't safe. Blue and Real Thor looking like they're going through. Tonight's winners, Jaws Immaculate and Spikasaurus, the surprise package. What a heat.